Well, howdy, fellers. How's everybody doing today? So, we're back working on the Campner, and I was hoping that I could do this back section. Got all this installed, but I was hoping I could do all this kind of like I did these sections here. So this one, number 1, number 2, number 3, I pretty much pre-built them all in the backyard. Had all the ribs glued and stapled in. And I was hoping to do the same thing back here, but it didn't really want to work out that way because the fan box. Oh, the way the fan box is, you can tell by the way it is that that's how it is. But with this in the way, I couldn't really pre-build this whole thing. I kind of had to build everything around it. So this weekend we got done where I took the plywood sheet. Well, first of all, I got these ribs installed, and I glued in a little block down the other way. If my shaky hands will stop shaking for a minute. So that block is to connect to these two beams. So we got 2 beams here, and then we got a single here. And that's to try and make sure we have plenty of structure here. So when I'm crawling up on top of this roof, that this thing is not going to collapse. So I've got this stapled into that right there. And we're going to continue this curve right up in here. So I got this board down and glued in place, and then I got it nailed and stapled into these 2 boards, and then got the filler pieces in. And then these 2 rafters or trusses, whatever you want to call them, these 2 boards are just clamped in place for now so I can get the measurement. And I'm doing the trying to create this rib right now. So what we're working on now is making that rib, trying to prefabricate. So this is the rib that's going to sit basically where I just was standing and touching. Oh, jeez. So this is going to go right up against the fan box right there. We're going to glue that in place. So I wanted to get these screws in place first. So these mini ribs are nice and secure. They're glued and screwed into the main rib. And then I'm going to have some little cleats here. They're going to go to the end, and they're going to get screwed into the main trusses. Same thing back here. Going to have a little mini rib there. And that should give me plenty of structure so that once everything is skinned over, I can, kind of crawl around and stand around on it. So that should be enough. I got the other one gluing up right now. I'm laminating these on my own. So I took a piece of that, like 3/16 plywood, and I just laminated 3 layers together. Routed it all out so it's nice and smooth and flush, with at least with itself. Contoured it off the existing wall line, off the existing curve here. I scribed it off of that so it was going to match side for side. So this side is pretty much ready to get installed, and this side is still, that's the one that's glued up. So the glued one, I have to wait till next weekend, but I might have this one in by the end of the day. The only thing I really need to do before, I'm still finishing it out there, but the last thing I want to do is I marked where these beams are going to go, and I want to pre-drill a couple holes, just like 2 or 3. And then same thing on this one. This one, I don't know if I can get a drill in from underneath. But I want to pre-drill these so at least we have a center line so I can staple from underneath. And then this one, I don't know if I got enough room to get in there with a screw gun and even screw it. And this one is right on the edge too, inside of the there we go. Nice. That'll be in the bloopers outtake. But the last beam is like right up in here. So, or truss, whatever. So yeah, I want to get some screw holes up in from underneath so that we know exactly where that stud is. Truss, beams, whatever. So that again, from underneath, we can have a line, get a hole and a hole, and then draw a line, and then we can staple right in there. And then the other one is going to be like right here. I probably have enough room to get a drill in this. Take these old tennis shoes out here. Yeah, I probably got enough room. So I don't think I can get the staple gun up in here. I think the staple gun is too big to fit. Well, I got the mini one. I think the mini one will fit. What's all this crap? Anyways, I think, yeah, that's what we're doing. Still need to paint the backside of these doors someday too. It's a nice gray, so it's all colored. But I gotta do that to this. I gotta do all that painting. Also, I got to remember, before I forget for the ninth time, I need to drill a hole to get a wire through here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do this now. I should have done it before I glued this in, and I forgot for the third time. I need to get a hole in an angle or somewhere to get a wire. Oh, I got this light temporarily installed, so we got some better lighting in here. And I got these crappy, I don't like the bright white strips. I don't know why I ordered bright white. You know, warm white is much, you know, more appealing. So anyways, yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, making this cut, that was fun. I had to trim off about an inch off that fan box tray or whatever. The fan ramp, the fan something or other. Had to trim off an inch, and that was a lot of fun. That was difficult, but yeah, it's coming along. Just like eating an elephant, it's one bite at a time. So, yeah, whole everything's a mess. There's just kind of tired of cleaning up all the time. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll see what happens. So keep your sticks and, yeah, something.